Welcome back to Lation Park here in Brisbane, Vegas for the Bond University QWAFL Grand Final as we're about to get underway for the second quarter. And it's the Coorparoo Kings 2-2-14 leading the, I suppose fair to say the favourites, David, Wilston Grange, 1 goal straight 6. Joining me in commentary, David Lake.
The biggest concern here for Wilston Grange is that there's no one rushing into the square, and Coorparoo have got a clear advantage in the middle, and there seems to be nothing getting done about it. So they've got to work out how to get the ball out of the middle, Grange.
We're underway again. Back to our starting ruckman. McNeil hasn't really had a spell. That's a quick kick out of the forward there by Wilston Grange. Peters attacks the footy. Boot off the ground. Ball goes forward. One-on-one contest. That looked like Daniek. Oh, she goes to ground. Got to keep your feet, young lady. Umpire might pin you for that one, I reckon. Oh, she got the benefit of the doubt.
She was pretty good there, Kylie Lawrence, the way she got it into a bit of space. But you're right, she was touch and go if there was going to be a free kick or not. But she did really well.
Mackenzie working tirelessly up against Lutkins. Sharked beautifully there around the corner. That was Memory.
So if you said, who's Wilston Grange's ruck coach in all this? They've got McNeil. She came in over the line and jumped early and got on top of Mackenzie. So the next one will be interesting. They seem to be working her over harder. They're sharing the load. Randall does the forward work for Grange against her. And then Lutkins down back. So she's going to have a work cut out, Mackenzie.
Peters rucking now. It's a bit of a rucking merry-go-round. Careful how I say that. Ball gets tapped inside. This is Anderson. She's been outstanding in the first half. Quick hands, and Coorparoo clear it out wide. No one really went at that hard enough, and the ball will spill over the boundary line. A little bit of confusion there between Hurst and Blue. And the umpire will throw it back in.
Interestingly here, Stanton, number 17 for Wilston Grange, has gone on with the footy now. That aggressive kick forward before was her. She does run quite strong. She's all
Ball's
over
held
Pittman.
up. Good tackle there by Stanton. And the umpire will throw it up again. Plenty of stoppages to start this second term. Mackenzie with a height advantage over McNeil. No one makes a tap. Great come through. Attack on the footy there by Dawes. And a really strong tackle from that looked like Pittman. Again, both players missed the footy. Blue's got a head over it. Working really hard. In there is Dawes.
Isn't it amazing how a bit of a change in technique from McNeil has changed what's happening in those the ball ups there?
Yeah. This is Pittman, takes a good mark right on the defensive 50. Looks inside, goes for the switch. Out towards Wardlaw. Oh, big stretch and grab, but couldn't quite clunk it. Gives a little hand off, goes backwards there. That looks...
Cleo, big Cleo Davis.
Cleo, the boss! Kicks it. Hands inside. Work out there by Grange. Nice teamwork as they get it back inside 50. And the umpire's paid a late free kick. Is he going to play it downfield or is he going to pay where it? No, he's paid it downfield. Grange, don't waste any time looking inside. Well, good defensive. And this is Peters with the footy. Just knocks it out in front. Snap around the corner. That was by Abbott. The ball gets kicked out. Not on the full. Anderson. She's racking up possessions today. Pittman again. She's also had a fantastic start to the game. Dawes. Good tackle. Hurst got the handball away and the umpire says, dropping the ball. And they pay the advantage. And the ball's with Wilston, about 35 out on a 45-degree angle. I'm not sure she's got the journey, David.
But she's quite a footballer, so I'll be interested to see what she's got here. But she's, there you go, you're right, Baz. Not enough in it.
Ball just gets knocked to ground. Contest there. That was Danek putting the pressure on. Ball's getting knocked around like a pinball. And the umpire said, give me the pinball and I'll throw it in the air.
Isn't it interesting now? So Granger got that same lineup of players pushing the ball back in that what Coorparoo had earlier. The momentum's moved a little bit.
Mackenzie, I reckon she's had 30 ruck contests already today, working tirelessly, and that's a sort of a half shot at goal for the Gorillas as they get their first point of the day.
That was Talia Randall there that had that shot on goal. It's gone to North Melbourne next year. Parker, here she comes.
The superhero, Paige Parker, kicks it out. Contest there for Hurst. Gibson uses her strength in the contest. Hurst just knocks it on the boot, knocks it over the line. Really good work as she comes to the bench and has a spell, and I say, well done.
I think there Gibson needed to do a bit more than that there. She needed to drive her legs and try and carry the footy out of that.
Yeah, she looks, as you see, it probably looks like someone that hasn't played a lot of footy of late.
Yeah,
But she's a strong body and she'll work really hard. Anderson just chips it around the corner to Wushner. Good contest there. And the umpire will throw it in. Campbell's wearing Wushner really tight. Great matchup. That's probably the matchup of the day for me.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'd be tempted to throw her up in the midfield, Wushner, to see what Campbell does, whether she wants to go and whether she's got the leg speed to play there with her.
A little bit gloomy now. Maybe a bit of rain on the cards. You never know. It was meant to be a lot today, but it did clear up. Groves Little just dropped the ball on a great tackle there. Good kick around the corner. That was from Abbott. Inside. Here comes the superhero! And she kicks it out to no one. It's a foot race. Wardlaw gets there early. Govan. Oh, a bit of a push in the back there. The umpire lets it go. Parker again. Umpire's just letting them sort it out themselves. And here she is, Captain Reliable. On the boot, Sally Young. Nice outside. This is Molly Forbes. She just kicks it down the line on the lead to Wushner. Nice kick. Wushner, she'll swing around on the left. Beautiful kick on the lead there, but she couldn't finish it off, Govan. It was a great kick out in front. And Lutkins will clear for the Gorillas. Smothered off the boot. Good pressure again from Govan. She followed up nicely. Pressure's been outstanding from both teams in their forward 50s. Quick handball out. The Gorillas now. Again, the pressure's still there. Govan working overtime. And the ball's not going anywhere, and the umpire says, give it to me, we all need a spell, including the commentators.
Wasn't it quite funny there, like the pressure of every player was outstanding, but then Lutkins can find just that little bit more that makes it that little bit special. A fingernail on the footy to rake it in. She's a very, very accomplished player.
I reckon they'd like to have a Lutkins on every line.
I think we all would. She's certainly one of the stars of the whole AFLW competition, one of the best.
Kicks it inside now. Lutkins attacks the footy. Again, she's just been dominant. She's tough to get through. They're going to have to find a way to get around her if they want to kick a winning score today.
And down the line won't be it.
There she goes. Speaking of down the line, she goes down the line defensively. It's a smart move. That looked like Kelly out there, number 6. The umpire will bring it back in to restart play in front of the Bond University sign on the outer wing here at Lation Park. 7 minutes in, and it's Grange 7, trailing Coorparoo 14. Mackenzie again, she hasn't had a break. I wonder how long she can keep this up in the ruck. Oh, the speed there. Geddes kicks it into the forward pocket. They probably won't be disappointed if this one goes out of Browns as Govan escorts it over the line. We're about 25 out, right of screen, Coorparoo end.
Can't help but thinking that Coorparoo need to get some reward for a lot of their hard work, because they have worked, as you said, Mackenzie, it's been going a long time, but you can't do that for 4 quarters. We all know that. We've been around footy long enough. We need some score if Coorparoo are going to go forward, and Grange, I can feel them coming all the time. Good
clearance out of there again by Campbell. Out to the outer wing, down the line, looking for Peters on a search and lead, but she can't clunk it, and it rolls out of bounds.
It was a tough match-up there for little Jade Ellinger, number 4 for Coorparoo. Going out with Peters, she certainly, from a strength point of view, Ellinger had some work to do.
Strong girl, Peters, but she covers the ground well. She was leading her there on the attempt at the footy. Again, Mackenzie just knocks it down. Anderson, no, that's Young with quick hands in the contest. She's a workhorse inside. High contact goes unnoticed. No, it's not. It's noticed now. He's just a little bit late on that one. Our all-finance group umpires doing a fantastic job out here today as the ball goes inside. Quick hands on the outside there from Dawes. Gives it over to Matthews. She got tackled. Ball's cleared now by Lawrence. Smothered off the boot. Knocked forward. Team's just working so hard in the contest. It's super impressive. We might have an injury. She went down hard there, that Wilston Grange player. Haven't quite picked up who that is. as she gets up, but she certainly looked a little ginger at Shannon Campbell.
Well, she got one across the shins, maybe.
Yeah, starting to get a bit gloomy. This is Young again. She's been prolific since she's been out. Oh, clever! Groves Little swings around onto the right, pumps it inside 50. And a good attempt there. That's Campbell. She's having a fantastic game today. Gives the handball over the top to Danik. Back to Campbell. Straight down the hay diddle to Peters on the lead. Great spoil by Gibson. Cleans up her own work. Gets the handball out. But the pressure's fantastic. Both teams have been unbelievable in the pressure stakes. And we'll have another ball up.
Who was the fool that thought Campbell had gone down? Up she got and in behind the play and away she went. She got him started again.
Think she was foxing, David?
Absolutely she was.
Gibson taps it out. Good ruck work there. Here's Lutkins onto the boot. Smacks it inside the forward 50 in the direction of Talia Randall. Here comes Peters. Get out of the way, she says. Working her backside off and just flings it out. The umpire lets that go in the tackle. Quick snap on goal there by Moke, the mini Moke, and she's kicked a goal.
Stanton.
Was it Stanton?
17.
Looked like the Moke to me, but I'll give it to Stanton. And it's 2-1-13 to 2-2-14, just as we approach the 11-minute mark of the second quarter in the Bond University QWAFL Grand Final. What a cracker!
It's a great game, but I think that what we said there before is the biggest thing is that Grange, when they come forward, they threaten every time, and Coorparoo needs them in return for their work, and they're not quite getting it. It's kept the game close.
All right, we're ready for a restart. I think our match manager, Krista Davis, will turn the lights on soon. It's getting a bit dark. He might have heard me. He's moving. Lutkins plays on, no one on the mark. She'll go deep inside 50 on the lead. Great, strong hands there by Talia Randall. I'm not sure about going back and having a look. She'll be kicking from outside 50. She's going to take her full 30 though. Interesting.
I wouldn't have thought she'd had the journey, but we've been wrong before, Barry.
You certainly have. I have anyway. Not sure about you, David. Good kick inside. Cleans up there. That's great little work down there in the back half by Lawrence. She's been solid today. Again, they clear it out. Lutkins, wow. As Brian Taylor would say, boy, oh boy, wow-wee. She has been outstanding. Kicks it inside. Here's Anderson. Speaking of outstanding, she's been good. Measured that handball beautifully. This is Blue. Laura Blue. Doesn't make a Blue. Knocks it out. Parker's in there. Stacks on the mill. The umpire's letting it go. And he's pinged her. Diving on the footy.
The interesting part about Lutkins is she has the capacity to ruin the game on her own. She sees it so well. But
this is Parker. Deep inside the defensive 50 for the Kings. Just goes down the line to a 50-50 contest. Wushner and Campbell. What a matchup that's been. Wushner tries to get a boot. Campbell's working backside off in there in the contest. And I reckon we'll have another stoppage as Wushner comes to the bench to have a spell.
Great opportunity if they can exit this stoppage. Lutkins in the ruck, so that
Lutkins and Hurst. Blue knocks it out. Lutkins is everywhere. Gets the handball back inside. Contact in there. Oh, fantastic work in there by Wilston. She just chips it forward and in rugby terms, she's made some metres.
But for a young kid, that was pretty clever. She worked the ball to advantage before she exited the stoppage area. It was quite clever.
Got a feeling we might get some rain soon. It's getting very dark. Only a point in it at the 13.5-minute mark here at Lation Park. Takes it out of the ruck, kicks it forward along the ground. Contest, Lawrence there working really hard. Stanton, she's a tough matchup. Great forward pressure tackle there. Anderson just kicks it out. Gibson's there. Solid mark. Plays on quickly, gives a handball to Campbell. She's got the barrel inside 50. Jamie Stanton now snaps around the corner. Late diving lunge, and she got a hand on it. Outstanding fan by the boss, Cleo. Cleo Davis slides in and knocks it over from behind. And we're all locked away at 2-2 apiece at the 14-minute mark of the second quarter in the Bond University QWAFL Grand Final.
You use that much energy and here we are, scores are level. It's like we're back at the start. And certainly there'd be some tight old bodies out there. There's plenty of work going on. And little mistakes start to creep into the game, little skill errors, and it certainly open up opportunities.
Spark chips it inside. Campbell, she's working hard, didn't clean up there properly, gets the handball away. Umpire's going to bring it back for high contact. Groves Little was a little exuberant in the tackle there.
How did it look to you from here?
Yeah, I didn't have the knockies out, so I might have missed it. Once it get a bit dark, I'm waiting for those lights to come on, actually, on cue. There they are. Campbell, 40 out, thumps it to the top of the square. Wardlaw's there. Lots of players head over the footy, stacks on the mill. Oh, it looked like she was leg, got away with that one, I think, Wilston Grange. Quick handball out to the Gazoo, round the corner, but was under immense pressure. Anderson just punches it towards Groves Little. Fantastic effort there by Wilston Grange, and they have another snap on goal. But a solid mark back there by the boss, Cleo Davis. I know why they call her the boss, because she's in charge back there.
She's so critical, she controls her space and she sees it so well.
Ball out on the wing, Wardlaw, great hands. She's been super busy today. Again, chips it down the line towards Mackenzie, but it's Lutkins there. I reckon the message at half time will be stop kicking it to Lutkins.
But there's a fair bit in that. She just finds her way in behind the game so easily, and going down the line was not the answer, you're correct.
No, Lutkins just reads the play so well. Must be tough for the Coorparoo girls because she just appears.
And she does that at the next level as well. She's very accomplished.
Mackenzie in the ruck against Talia Randall. I think there's a sense a bit of raindrop in here. Parker keeps her feet, wins the contest, smothered off the boot. And that's a mark to Randall. 35 out. About a 30-degree angle.
She's almost within her range here. It'll be interesting. So it was a little bit far before, but the kick certainly had her technique, and that's all very sound. You'd think she was a chance.
Ariana Riley on the mark. Ariana makes fantastic cakes. I can tell you about that. That's another story, David. And she's missed to the just narrowly to the right side. But that's the first time today that the Gorillas have taken a lead. The minor premiers 2-3, lead Coorparoo 2-2-14.
I certainly think that, say, Coorparoo, they need to find one. They've worked really hard for not a lot.
What a fantastic half of footy. Tough, uncompromising. Neither team given an inch. As Parker kicks it out, goes wide to the outside. Looked like a bit of a push in the back to Blue, but no free kick. Well played by Dawes there. She worked her under the footy. And Wushner, and having a bit of a push and shove here with Minnie Moak. Taryn Moak wearing it tightly. Knock inside there by Talia Randall. Anderson on the left. Doesn't get much distance. Fantastic kick out of the ground by Blue. Bit of soccer experience there. And speaking of Taryn Moak, she gives it to Lutkins. She'll thump it inside on that right side. Oh, nice hands. Shot on goal. Pushed off the footy was Membry. And Miss Reliable, Ellie Anderson, cleans up.
If we go all the way back to here, I reckon Wushner needed to do more in that contest there. She allowed Moak to get to the footy. She should have been smart enough to get to that space, or not let her in that space.
Blue switches the play out towards Lawrence. She'll come back inside, steps her opponent nicely, wants to give the handball, kicks it down the line to a 50-50. Good follow-up here from Paige Parker on the wing. She kicks it down the line to Wushner. Spoils from behind. Nice work by Wushner. Fantastic follow-up tackle there by Taryn Moak. Britt Gibson thumps it inside and finds Yorston chips it towards Peters. Good work there by the boss, Cleo Davis. Holds it up and will give a team a chance to come in. Let's just hope the umpire doesn't ping it up. He'll throw it in the air at the... We just about tick over 19 minutes in the second quarter, and it's Wilston Grange by a point.
But she's been terrific, Moak, there, and a couple of real 50-50s. Her energy in the contest has been fantastic and repelled the ball.
Outstanding effort. Just second and third efforts have been Worked the backside off. Ball's outside now. This is Riley looking for the handball. Very good with her hands. Put someone into space. But again, the pressure's been fantastic by the forwards of both teams. And that was memory applying the tackle there.
I think we all remember being in a game ourselves where sometimes you want to transfer the ball to the next person, but you also transfer the pressure. You're tired, it's late in the quarter, you can't wait for the bell to go. I think the game's at that point at the moment.
Mackenzie's been impressive for me, hasn't had a break out of the ruck. Gibson kicks it deep into the forward line. A bit of a foot race between Davis and Peters. And looks like it'll run, no, yeah, it's run out of bounds.
She's certainly controlling the back space, the boss, isn't she?
Yep, she is. Peters will ruck this against Mackenzie. Deep in the second quarter. This is Young over the 40 for Coorparoo, picks it up. Quick hands outside. Nice chain of handballs here. This is Blue out on the far side to Groves Little. Has a bit of a fumble. Pressure again from both teams. Oh, she coming hard at the body. Lucky she didn't get a high, but got away with it.
It was interesting. I thought Pittman might have got a kick there.
Brooke Randall working hard in the contest for Wilston Grange. Another fantastic tackle. The tackling, David, today has been outstanding by both teams.
The game is squeezing up very quickly. And Coorparoo were doing it in the first quarter, and now it seems to be all coming from Wilston Grange. Quite a contest.
Young again with the handball out towards Lawrence, it looks like. Pushed off the footy, Anderson. Hasn't got the ball. Quick hands out now. They're away, but again, another outstanding tackle. The ball goes inside. This is Govan, and she's marked it about 30 metres out.
She needs to kick this, Baz.
Yeah.
They worked really hard to find space. They kept coming. Numbers kept coming. Grange defended vigorously, and now Govan needs to reward the work.
Sally Young could have got on the end of that. She's just chipped a little bit of a 9-iron up out in front towards Blue. Got a really good mark by Campbell's been rock solid in the back half today. Doing an outstanding job. She hasn't got a lot of options, so she just chips it inside towards Brittany Gibson. She goes back to Campbell with a handball. The pressure's on here. Campbell now, she'll have to come down the line, which she does, to a contest between Riley. Oh, outstanding mark, Ariana Riley.
Again, she's played the most games in Women's State League footy in Queensland, mate. Ariana, terrific player.
Clock ticking down. That's not the best kick, though. But she gets away with it. Kick inside by Ellinger. Oh, knocked off the footy by Govan. Umpire let it go. Players just a lot of scrappy. Gibson taken down without. Umpire says play on. Young again. Handballs it out towards Edmonds. Here's Lawrence. Kick inside 50. Not really. Here's Wushner. She'll swing around on that left, chip it into the top of the square towards Govan. Knocked off the footy. Luckins clears it, but here's Young. She's everywhere. Oh, puts down one she should have marked. And Gizmo applies a tackle, but the umpire said you're a little bit too high. Gives it to Wushner. She goes with a check side on the left towards Govan and Lutkins. Macca's not happy in the box next door. And the ball gets knocked out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in about 15 metres around from the Coorparoo goal at the 20, just approaching the 23-minute mark of the second quarter.
Right, this is the toughest advertisement for umpiring I've ever seen, Baz. So many decisions to make, so busy down there, and they're doing such a good job.
Yeah, I think they've done an outstanding job too. They've just let it go, which is all you could ask.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Work harder, players.
And there's the siren for the second to end the second quarter and bring on the long break here at Lation Park for the Bond University QWAFL grand final between the Wilston Grange Gorillas, who kicked 2-3-15 to take the lead over the Coorparoo 2-2-14. David, how'd you see that quarter and that half?
To say it again, I just think Coorparoo worked so hard for no return, and Wilston Grange in that game of foursome backs, they started to get some linkage, and they were difficult to stop. They got some very, very strong players, and so made it difficult for them. I mean, players like Pittman started to get her hands on the footy late in the quarter. She has been the form player of the competition this year, and she's been struggling to get her hands on it. Number 22 for Coorparoo, and as she starts to find a bit of the footy, they start to straighten up. And Wilston Grange will continue to play the same way, and they'll force you back the other way. Certainly need to go around Lutkins. I think that's the one given that they should be talking about in the rooms.
Great first half. We couldn't ask for a better scoreline. 2-3-15, the Gorillas over the Kings, 2-2-14. We'll be back here at Lation Park in a short time for the start of the third quarter.